let's get into the video. Let's bring this up here. Make this full screen. So this video sparked a lot of conversation. This video sparked a lot of conversation, okay? The title of this video says PC gaming is dead. Now, when I haven't watched this aside from a little bit, just to get a little bit of context at the beginning, but I can tell why this video got a little spicy for a lot of people. Because Asmongold seemingly sides with PC gamers, it looks like. At least that's how it was in the beginning. And it is driving some console people upset. And it's so interesting to me, before we continue into the video, I just find it interesting how this conversation seems to prop up it pops up every 6 months. Right? Every 6 months, it pops up. And it starts the conversation again of PC gaming versus console gaming. Console gamers get angry. PC gamers call master race. And it's back and forth, back and forth, and back and forth. But I want to see what the conversation actually is between the two and see what we got going on here. So let's check this out and see what this video's got to say. It's not that long of a video, so let's see.
Is that PC gaming is dead, or that PC gaming is like smaller or less important than console?
Well, really quick, before we start, do you guys believe PC gaming is dead? For the people in the chat, because apparently some console gamers do. Do you believe PC gaming is dead? What's the poll say? The poll says 83% says no. Okay. 83% says no. All right. I think that's pretty fair.
Console gaming, stuff along those lines. I love it when they say stuff like that because it's one of the easiest things to prove wrong, and it makes the statement as a whole even more ridiculous on its face.
The true Chads and patricians of the gaming universe are in fact the phone users. Phone gaming is bigger than consoles and PCs put together.
The PC...
Fuck mobile gaming. Fuck mobile gaming. You know what? The truth is, mobile gaming is huge because of how easy it is to access. Like, everybody's got a phone. You can carry your phone everywhere. You can play it when you're bored, sitting somewhere or whatever. It's the ease of access that makes mobile gaming so huge and so profitable. It's also the fact that every single mobile game, for the most part, is strictly meant to try to get as much money out of you as possible. They're not trying to provide you with the most amazing entertainment experiences. Most of them are not anyway. Most of them are trying to, they basically gotcha games. They're trying to get you with as much, as much money as they possibly could take from you. That's the entire reason for a mobile game. It's a totally different kind of market.
The gaming market has been healthily growing over the last few years, while executives for both Xbox and PlayStation have been openly talking about how the console market is stagnant. There are also just way more PC gamers than console gamers worldwide. These things are really easy to fact check, and yet console dudes will still go up to bat for this complete dog spit point of PC gaming somehow being a small market or a shrinking market. Case in point,
I don't think it's a shrinking market, but I do think the amount of people that can afford a high-end gaming PC is going to naturally be lower than the amount of people that can afford a $400 to $500 console.
Well, that was the whole reason for a console. The console was the cheaper alternative, right? Also, consoles, not only were they the cheaper alternative, but they also had exclusives. Now, that's not the case really for both avenues, right? They're barely cheaper, especially when you start looking at something like a PS5 Pro. They're barely cheaper, and for the most part, they don't really have exclusives anymore. Very few. The only one who still has exclusives is Nintendo. But Nintendo was always like that. Nintendo don't fuck with nobody. They don't care. Nintendo does their own thing. They don't compete with anybody. So, I don't know. Let's see.
So, consoles have a lower barrier to entry. It's the same reason why phone gaming is really popular. Is phone gaming popular because phone gaming is better than console gaming?
No.
No. Phone gaming is popular because it's convenient and it's also easy to access.
100%. So in terms of barrier of entry, it goes phone gaming, console gaming, PC gaming, right? In terms of cheapest to most expensive, or from easiest of entry to the hardest of entry, right? But the thing is, console gaming is getting more expensive, so it's making it harder in entry. And now PC gaming, believe it or not, is becoming more accessible, which thus makes it easier entry. So now the lines are blurred between console and PC, to the point now where most people who were getting console because it was the cheaper option that provided exclusives that made it worth it, Now it's not really that much of a cheaper option, and it doesn't really have that many exclusives that make it worth it. Because most of the games are just timed exclusives that end up showing up on PC anyway, and PC gamers don't care about waiting for games. We've made that very apparent. You want to know how PC gamers don't care? PC gamers don't care because look at what happened with all of the timed exclusives over on Epic Game Store. Most PC gamers didn't buy the game on Epic Game Store even though it was exclusive. They waited the year just to buy it on Steam anyway. So they don't give a fuck. PC gamers usually don't care. Some of them might, but most of them don't.
That's the reason why it's popular.
The other day, Steam hit a new all-time concurrent player record, so I, in my lovable way, quote tweeted the news with the...
And if anything, there's more proof in the numbers that came out recently about Steam, how 15% of people or 50% of gamers play 2024 games. So that means everybody else was playing 2023 and under. People have backlogs. A lot of people have backlogs. There's plenty to play in most people's backlog. They don't got to play something that comes out right away. They can wait a year, 2, or even 3, and they'll be fine.
The caption, quote, PC gaming is dead, by the way.
Wow.
And can you guess what happened?
People got mad at you.
Can you guess who tried to argue with me?
Sony fanboys.
Dudes came into my replies and tried to argue that PC gaming actually is still dead or like small or insignificant.
This was a really...
Where did this come from? Where did this idea that PC gaming is small or insignificant? I think Helldivers 2 has proven that PC gaming is not small or insignificant in the slightest. Shit, look at Black Myth Wukong. Black Myth Wukong has realized that PC gaming is not small or insignificant. I mean, you got to be insane to truly believe that PC gaming is a small part of the market. You're nuts. You're absolutely nuts. The game sold well over 10 million copies for Black Myth Wukong on PC alone. And then you got Helldivers 2. Helldivers had 450 or 460, whatever it was, some odd thousand concurrent players on PC at one point. That's insane. And that's for a AA game. So you gotta be nuts. You gotta be really stupid.
A big black pill for me to realize that, like, because I didn't realize how dumb people were until I realized that there were people that still were involved in console wars. I couldn't even imagine that.
Like, you know,
these wars are
so console wars are not a thing. Okay, Xbox has bowed out of the console war. Sony pretty much has their own market. Like Xbox is bowed out. They're not really competing that much anymore. They're basically becoming the Sega versus Nintendo kind of situation where Sega bowed out of the console war race. Same thing with Xbox versus Sony. And Nintendo doesn't compete with anybody. They're just in their own little world, doing their own thing. And PCs are PCs. So it's crazy.
So 9 million concurrent players.
It's like, how's this happen?
So let's just read through some of...
Wait. That was 40 million concurrent players on Steam?
You know,
these wars are so
39 million concurrent players.
It's like,
holy shit, bro. Holy shit, bro. 40 million concurrent players on Steam. God damn. Was this taken on a weekend? Holy shit.
How's this happen?
So let's just read through some of my favorite responses and we'll see if anybody knows what the frick they're actually talking about. My confidence is low, but let's just plug our noses and jump in. Raven responds and says 40 million versus PS4, 118 million, and PS3, 84 million.
Wait, isn't PS3, PS4, isn't that the same thing? What the fuck? It's still PSN.
If Elon Musk has $400 billion, that means that he can afford to give every person in the world $7 million. This is the same mindset right here.
Station outsold Steam. Yes.
It's an intelligence test. The console bros fill it often.
Do not equal total sales or total engagement or total number.
Oh, I get it now. Hold on. Wait a second. What a dumb motherfucker. I get it. I get what he did. So he took the total number. Wait. He took the total number of active accounts on PS4 or active like on PS4 and he compared it to the concurrent number on Steam. But the concurrent, it's like total versus concurrent. What are you doing? Are you fucking retarded? Oh my god. You're so stupid. Holy shit. Total versus concurrent. You have to be out of your mind, bro. How many PCs do you think sold versus consoles? It's not even close. I'll just leave it to you like that. It's not even close. Everybody and anyone requires a computer these days. Holy shit, man. Total systems bought. It's not even close, bro. You can have fucking 500 million to even a billion console. It doesn't, bro. Oh my god.
We're talking 39 million players online right now worldwide, or at least at the time that the screenshot was taken. We're not talking total number of Steam accounts, total number of Steam users. We're talking about the number of Steam users online in this very moment. 39 million. Let me ask you
it's the difference between how many views a YouTube video has and how many live viewers a Twitch stream has. It's obvious. You're comparing total views versus concurrent views.
Correct.
Anybody who doesn't understand this, that's on social media regularly, probably needs to return their high school diploma if they have one and ask for a refund.
Ask for a refund?
Many?
Holy shit.
What percentage of Steam gamers do you think are online at any given time?
Yeah.
Like, what percentage of the entire population of Steam users is online worldwide at any given time? What
I would guess 10 to 15%, by the way.
Percentage would you say that would be? Because given how widespread of a platform it is, I would say it's probably somewhere between 10, maybe 15% of the total Steam user base is online at any given time.
Yeah,
the same way that, with Xbox or PlayStation or Switch users, the percentage is probably a bit bigger at any given time with those, just because there's a smaller user base in general.
Right.
Again, this is how many PC gamers there are worldwide. But if generously
1.86 billion PC gamers worldwide, that's so disgusting. That's so disgusting. Just thinking about that number is insane. But it makes sense when you really put it all together.
There's 20%. 1 in 5 Steam gamers is online at any given time.
That's crazy.
Which is way too generous.
Insane
number. Let's just say that were true. Let's just say 40 million people are online right now, and that's 1 in 5 PC gamers. That's 200 million users.
That's a lot of people.
200 million.
That's an ass load of people.
PS4's total lifetime sales at me. Also, have to bring up the obvious. Out of those 118 million,
I mean, it's a dickie.
This man is fucking cooking. Whoever he's reacting to, I gotta find out who's reacting to. I wish his face wasn't blocking the creator. I'm sure it's in the description. I'll get the name after we're done. But to try to compare total sales to concurrent player numbers is absolutely fucking insane. And it's just a completely brain dead take from someone who really thought that they got something. Right? Like they thought they had a gotcha. But let me tell you, gotchas are not easy to get. And if you feel that you got a gotcha and you got to the gotcha too quickly, chances are you're the one that's going to get got. Make that into a fucking say.
Eater. You can see he's a dick eater. He's got a picture of Astrobot.
Oh, no.
I mean, what are we even talking about here?
Hey, that's a dick eater.
You just look at him, you know that.
PS4 sold. How many of those were people upgrading from the base to the Pro? How many of those were people upgrading from the base to the Slim? How many of those were people buying new ones after their existing one broke? 118 million consoles
I bet Xbox 360 had a lot of extra sales for that too. I never thought about that, but you're right.
Sold does not mean 118 million individual buyers.
Pump those numbers up.
Canoe, you fucking dork convention.
You fucking dork convention. That's absolutely insane. Holy shit. It's amazing how, like, I saw somebody in the chat. I'm trying to scroll up. I don't know who said it. Somebody said, Daniel Casilli said stats are easy to be manipulated. And it's true. It's true. It's easy to manipulate stats, and especially if you're retarded, right? If you're retarded, you can manipulate them yourselves because you're looking at it incorrectly, which is like the person who looked at total sales versus concurrent player numbers and thought that they got something on, So ultimately, though, at the end of the day, PCs have been around for ages. And the barrier of entry for PC gaming is a lot easier these days, where the price now is becoming so close that it just warrants you going for the PC gaming. You're going to get way more for your money. And your world kind of opens up. And I'm sure they're going to talk about exclusives at some point, but that plays a big part into this. The lack of exclusives these days make console gaming completely irrelevant for the most part, at least in the terms of like a must-have. That's how I'm treating it anyway, because I've only ever bought, and I've told you guys this, I've only ever bought PS5 for initially like Demon Souls, like some of the From Software games that were first on console, and then eventually they came to PC. We still haven't gotten Bloodborne on PC, which that's gay, but and we still haven't gotten Demon Souls on PC, which that sucks. But I used to get it for From Software games, and I would get it for Final Fantasy games. Final Fantasy games were the only reason why I bought PlayStations. The only reason. Seriously. The only fucking reason. Every other game that came out that I enjoyed, I could have waited. Or if it came out on PC, I could have played it on PC. The only reason I bought PlayStation was because of Final Fantasy. Now that that's not necessary, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I've said many times that the PS5, that was the last console that I'm buying. Unless things change and they don't release like Final Fantasy on PC anymore, there's no reason for me personally to buy a PlayStation anymore. And I've never really owned an Xbox. I don't really care. So it's whatever.
Well, let's just keep going here. I got another one. Crypto Psi says PC gaming isn't dead, but it's the least contributor of the whole gaming industry. Fact check.
What?
Wrong. Fact check incorrect. Choose something else than the amount of users to post the platform, because
I can see why this person thinks this, because there are a lot of infographics that show PC gaming as being the small of the three markets. And those infographics, as far as I know, are accurate. It's just that, and this is the issue, is that those markets are like gaming revenue per platform.
Mobile's going to be ridiculous.
So if you look at the images right here,
mobile's going to be insane.
That open image and new tab, and if you look at PC is actually console. Yeah, PC is a little bit bigger than console, even with this. I didn't even know.
Holy shit, bro! Look at mobile. Look at mobile since the early 2000s, all the way to now. Mobile gaming is $85 billion of the market. But check this out. Even though mobile is going up and console and PC are going down in comparison to mobile, it doesn't matter. Look at the money. Mobile's 85 billion, but if you ignore mobile, who's number two? PC gaming at $40 billion. Console gaming at $33 billion and going lower. So PC gaming is still holding pretty strong on average, but it is slightly going down compared to mobile. Mobile's disgusting, bro. Mobile's absolutely disgusting. I've known like two people that were whales. Two people that were whales that were playing certain games. I think it was Clash. What is it called? Clash of Clans or something like that. Clash of Clans, I think it was, right? Clash of Clans, bro, I knew somebody who spent thousands upon thousands of dollars at Clash of Clans, and I wanted to slap him every time I saw him. I wanted to slap him. And he really thought he was like the shit. He would always talk about his fucking base and how people can't beat him or whatever. It's like, bro, you're retarded. You're retarded. And then I knew somebody who spent an ungodly amount of money on Diablo Immortal. I also wanted to slap him because that was fucking stupid. But this is an insane level of money. And I can see why mobile is so dominated by games that all they do is try to take your money. Because, look, it's easy. It's easy. It makes me want to develop a fucking game for mobile and take the money. I'm not even lying, bro. Look at this shit. This is probably how ABF affords its guns. ABF's got a mobile game. No, I'm just kidding. ABF's a legend. But still, it's fucking nuts, bro. But anyway, PC gaming is outselling console by $7 billion. So that whole idea of PC gaming is not, providing the gaming industry with any, like, as much revenue and whatnot, it's still above.
I actually thought that console was larger. But yes, and for a while, console was larger. And you can see now PC gaming is growing substantially. But like you're comparing apples and oranges in a lot of cases. It's the same thing like, active users isn't the same thing as revenue generated, and current users is not the same as concurrent users. And so all of these types of vocabulary just kind of get meshed together, and like people stop giving a shit what they actually mean.
Well, see, that's bad though, because words have meaning. And we've talked about that so many times. Words have meaning. And if you start throwing around certain words when they don't apply, they're going to lose their meaning. And people who are stupid, who don't understand what they actually mean, they're just going to think they all mean the same thing. So total number of players versus concurrent players, a retard's going to think it's the same thing. And then it starts getting meshed together. And then before you know it, you get people who go on Twitter and try to own the chud or try to own the PC player by saying something completely stupid like what the first guy said.
VR is actually kind of big. Yeah, I don't know. How much of that is CSGO cases? Probably half.
Deceptive AF. So
CSGO makes crazy money. I didn't even realize how much money CSGO actually made until I saw some of the numbers. Like, wow, that's pretty fucking nuts.
PC gaming is the least contributor of the gaming industry. Never mind that literally every technical achievement made in the gaming industry is on the PC. Oh, but yo, they added SSDs to the consoles. Yeah, who had them first? Who gave them the idea?
Well, the console gamers, I mean, they're basically cavemen, right? And so,
oh no, no wonder people are mad at him. Oh no, this man, this man just said console gamers are cavemen. Oh no, let him cook. Let him cook. I'm ready for this.
So all you have to do is like, hit two sticks together and make a spark, and they're going to think this is amazing, right? I mean, you have to understand, guys, the performance mode for the PS5 Pro in some games gets 45 FPS.
Yo, I love the elitism. You only get that as a PC gamer. I love it. This man, look at the way he's looking at the camera. He's like, just so you know, you fucking peasant. Performance mode only gets 45 FPS. Oh, dude, this is hilarious. I'm having a great time with this one. This is much better than gaming while black, for sure.
These people are living in the dark ages.
Oh shit.
Okay. 45. 30 max. Yeah, bro. Like they think they can't tell the difference between 30 FPS and 60 FPS.
Bro, okay. Anybody who says they can't tell the difference between 30 FPS and 60 FPS, I really do think you're a liar. And maybe some people have bad vision that they can't tell the difference, and that's fine. Maybe I don't know, but I genuinely believe you're a liar when you say you can't tell the difference between 30 and 60, because I can tell immediately. I can tell immediately, and I can feel immediately. There's no way. It's so obvious to me. But again, maybe you got bad eyes. I don't know. I'm not gonna pretend to know everybody's issues, but there's no fucking way. I just immediately think you're a liar.
Joe, the consoles now have hardware ray tracing. Yeah, who had that first? Who gave them the idea?
Yes.
Every single technical achievement in gaming stems from the PC.
And it's also, as far as I know, I mean, I could be wrong about this, so like don't quote me on this, but like a lot of the tools that these consoles are made from are basically like reformatted versions of PC parts. Like a console and a PC are not that much different. It's just that a console is made exclusively to play games, and it is optimized to exclusively play games. So it's a totally different thing. It's a hand-me-downs? Yeah, exactly, right? So like your PC from 7 years ago is the next big gen console.
It's actually kind of sad when he puts it like that, because it's true, right? Because it's true. Like, I had a PC for over 10 years, and my PC, I don't know if you guys remember this graphics card, but my PC before this one that has a 4090 in it right now, my PC before that was a 10-year-old PC that had an NVIDIA Titan in it. right? Do you guys remember what the NVIDIA Titan was? It was the most insane graphics card for its time. And that was like $1,000 graphics card back then. And everybody lost their fucking mind. Everybody lost their mind when the NVIDIA Titan was announced because it was insanely expensive for its time. And it could just fuck shit up for its time. Anyway, so I was playing on a 10-year-old PC with an NVIDIA Titan, and I was still able to play most modern games no problem. No problem, right? Only when I got to certain games where I think it was it happened while I was on this channel, by the way. It was Atomic Heart. When I started playing Atomic Heart, that's when I started realizing, wow, bro, my PC is really starting to show its age now, and it's getting to the point where I have to upgrade. And it was at that point where I bought this new PC and built it together. But up until that point, before then, I was playing everything. I was playing everything relatively no problem whatsoever. 60 FPS as long as play with the settings and whatnot. And I still relatively high settings to even max settings depending on the game. But I was chilling. I was fine. So he's right. Like some of the oldest PCs are still better or as good as some of the modern generation consoles. It's actually really disgusting when you think about it. But, now, I have a 4090. Now I really don't give a fuck.
Single one of them.
Except it's
but
a
also,
little bit worse.
What? Maybe it is deceptive to use the number of Steam users as a representation of the PC as a whole. You know what? I'm sorry. That is deceptive of me. I shouldn't have just used the number of Steam users as a representation of the community. I should have also brought up the fact that there are millions upon millions of people playing a PC without even touching Steam. Games like World of Warcraft, games like League of Legends, games like Minecraft, games like Valorant.
Some of the biggest games on PC are not even tied. They're not even tied to Steam. Think about that. I think people forget that, right? World of Warcraft is a huge one. Now you have Call of Duty on Steam, but you also have Call of Duty on Battle.net. So it's whatever. But in terms of exclusives, you have World of Warcraft, obviously. You have Fortnite. Fortnite is huge. That's not on Steam, right? Valorant, like he mentioned. There's plenty of games. League of Legends is huge, disgustingly huge. There's plenty of games out there that are not on Steam that have insane numbers to them. So when you look at that 40 million concurrent player count on Steam, just remember that it's much larger than that. It's much, much, much larger than that. You can't even understand the number that it really is. So just think about that. Anyway.
Games like Escape from Tarkov. These are some of the most popular games in the world. They are not hosted on Steam.
He makes a very good point. He's getting so mad. I love this. Because
I love it too. This is nerd rage. This is nerd rage. And we need more nerd rage. We need to bring nerds back into gaming because all these fucking activists that are in gaming are ruining it. We need the nerds back. Nerd rage. You guys know, every once in a while when I talk about certain subjects, I fucking nerd rage out. Or just nerd out in general. We need nerds back. Bring the nerds back.
Console gamers they deserve to be yelled at. Yeah, but we've put up with them for long enough. It's finally time to let them know what the truth is.
He said we put up with console gamers long enough. We put up with them. What the fuck are they? Aliens? That's crazy.
There's another big PC game with a whole bunch of users that isn't on Steam either. You might have heard of it. It's a little indie title called Fortnite. So yes,
I just said that. There you go.
Pointing out to me that the Steam users are not representative of the PC user base as a whole. You're right. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. How silly of me. There's actually way more than this. Thanks for
PlayStation gamers and console gamers will say if the PC is so good, why haven't they made the PC too? We're already on the PlayStation 5.
What? Who says that? No, come on, bro. Come on. Now we're being disingenuous. Come on, man. Nobody's that stupid, right? Right? Please tell me nobody's that stupid. We're just. Oh man. No one ever said that. Come on. There's no way somebody's that stupid. Kira says she's heard people say that. Oh my god. Oh my god. There's no way. There's no way. I want screenshots. I will have a nuclear fucking nerd meltdown if there is somebody out there who said, if the PC is so good, why isn't there a PC too? I will fucking have a melt. I swear to God.
If you're still using PC 1.
Oh my God. And listen, man, it's always been my stance. I want to reiterate, because anytime we get into these conversations, you always get the console gamers. They get angry and they're like, well, I like my console. Listen, nobody's saying you can't like your console. I've always said, as a gamer, I just want you to be able to game. And if that means mobile, PC, or console, I don't give a fuck. I'm all for whatever you want to play on. My issue is when there are certain console gamers that come out and try to speak from this level of like elitism that they genuinely don't have. That's when we start getting into a little bit of a little bit of a melty melt fight. But other than that, I don't care. I don't care, man. Play whatever you can play on, because not everybody has the money for a PC. I totally get that and I respect it. Not everybody has the money for a console, and I totally respect that and I get it. Although I kind of wonder, because I mean, you have a phone that's like $1,100, which is more expensive than a console. But anyway, I digress. You have monthly payments with T-Mobile or something, so that's something different. But still, just play whatever you can play on. If you're a gamer, just be a gamer and play whatever you can play on. But when you start acting up, that's when you're gonna get this level of response from especially PC gamers, because you got PC master race for a reason. You got PC elitism for a reason. A lot of people who play on PC, they have that level of elitism, and I get it. I totally get it. And I know Asmongold is just trolling right now, but there's a level of truth to his elitism, right?
They're so stupid, bro. Like...
Minding everyone.
This man is cooking console gamers, bro. This is crazy. Holy shit.
Doof. Ex Machina Gamma says Wings of Redemption was saying recently that PC had a small player base. Raven.
Wings is retarded then. Wings is retarded then. You gonna listen to Wings of Redemption?
Was he now? Here's the funny thing. If Wings of Redemption played on Steam, appearing offline would have stopped it.
Oh
response,
my
40
God.
million is small.
Go back.
Here's the funny thing. If Wings of Redemption played on Steam, appearing offline would have stopped it.
Responds, 40 million is small for such an old platform.
That's dark.
Dude, the PlayStation fucking wishes it could have 40 million active users at any given time.
I don't know how
Are
much
you
that-
kidding
probably,
me?
yeah.
These numbers
Very
are
unlikely.
incredible. 40 million concurrent users at any given time. Are you shitting in my pants right now?
Oh,
You're saying that's
Shitting in my
small? Like, if you think 40 million concurrent is small, I want to know what you think is big, because I promise you, PlayStation's even further away from it. That's the irony of this. You're going up to bat for PlayStation while...
Look at what D Rice Rate says. This is so good. He said, switching to lurk mode on my tablet, ... Everybody's so self-conscious about what they're using now. It's actually pretty great. I fucking love you guys. This is funny as shit.
saying 40 million concurrent users is a small number. Do you have any idea what the number of concurrent users
these
on the
people don't understand numbers, because you don't learn numbers until like 3rd grade.
PS5 is, or the PS4 for that matter?
Yeah.
Or fuck it, both PlayStation consoles put together. How many concurrent players at any given time do you think are on the PlayStation
This
consoles?
nerd is upset.
Because I promise you it's not 40 million.
You want to know why he's upset?
Really quick, the ironic thing is, if you look at Helldivers 2 had a drastically higher player base on PC than it did on the console. Think about that for a second. It had a higher player base on Steam than it did on console. And this is supposed to be a Sony game. So if it really is, like, if console really is that big of a thing with all the players in the world, then that wouldn't have happened, especially not for a Sony game. But Helldivers was massive on PC.
Because you've got to sit around and listen to these console, like, we just had we had Astrobot steal Game of the Year away from a number of successful games that were released on PC. And we're supposed to be okay with that? We just have to sit there and fucking take it?
He's just trolling now. He's got to be trolling at this point. Nobody gives a fuck about the Game Awards, bro. Although it's hilarious because it is obviously... I was one of the people that kept calling Astrobot to be the winner. Once I realized that the show was going towards paid for by Sony, it was pretty obvious. As we were watching the show with side-scrollers, and I saw that Astrobot started winning the most ridiculous categories, I just started picking Astrobot because I kind of had a feeling that it was paid for by Sony kind of an experience. And that's exactly what it was. And all the way at the end, people were like, there's no way Astrobot's winning. I was like, oh, no, Astrobot's going to win. And they were like, no, why do you think that? It's because Astrobot has been winning the entire fucking show. It's a paid for by Sony show. And then before you know it, Astrobot won. And everybody was like, oh, wow. Yeah, no, it's pretty easy to tell.
Onyx responds and says, bro, that's 39 million peak. Steam was founded in 2003. Raven responds, keep defending this trash platform. 2003 Steam dog shit. PS2 2000 did have a bigger user.
Oh my God. Are you comparing user base?
Base in 10 years. Steam in 21 years still can't match PS2 number and PS4 plus PS5 numbers combined. What? I'm sorry.
Nobody knows.
I love this little thing at the end here. Yeah, that number can't even match.
Those are not all separate players, you dumb motherfucker. Oh my God, bro. My brain is hurting. This man is trying to combine PS2, PS3, PS4, PS5 numbers. They're not all separate players. On Steam, a maximum concurrent means that they're all separate players at any one given... And it's not all the accounts that are... Anyway.
All these other numbers that I combined. Like, what? What? Did you catch that? Yeah. Steam can't even match PS2, PS4, and PS5 numbers combined. Well, what if I combined a bunch of other numbers that I thought of?
Well, then you're right.
What if we combine Steam, Fortnite numbers, League of Legends numbers, World of Warcraft numbers, Battle.net numbers? What if we combine all the PC launchers together in one? Bro, it's the same kind of argument. It's the same argument. Actually, it's not even the same argument because at least in that aspect, we will be trying to bolster. I don't know. It's just, this is fucking stupid. My brain hurts. I cannot believe he's doing this.
4 PS5 numbers combined can't match the number.
And here's another reason is that they're playing on console. And so they have...
This man was so desperate for a win. He's like, I'm going to bring in PS2 numbers. Are you kidding me?
Aim assist. So these people, these are console players. They literally have affirmative action for FPS because they can't play on PC like a real.
I'd never heard that before. Affirmative action for fucking FPSs. Holy shit. Oh, man, the DEI aim assist. I've heard people call it DEI aim assist, but still.
Player. They had to add in affirmative action DEI so their shitty fucking consoles and their crappy aim could try to keep up with like a gold level player.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, and I've said this so many times. I've said this to the Geeks and Gamers crew. I've said this to my friends in real life. I've said this to a bunch of people because pretty much almost everybody I know, with the exception of like one other guy who I finally converted from controller to keyboard and mouse. I'm telling you right now, the best console player in an FPS game, the best console player, the best one in the world, will be like facing off against an above average PC player. That is how it is. There is no way a controller will ever, and I think people know this. I think most logical people know this. There's no way a controller will ever, in a million years, be anywhere close to the accuracy and the speed of a keyboard and mouse. There's absolutely no fucking way. There is no way. When we're talking about a first-person shooter or a shooter in general, there is absolutely no way. The best person on console will be just like an above-average PC player, and that's it. That is it. And I've had people try to argue with me in real life, and every single one of them got spanked. Every single one of them. People that I've worked with, people that I've known, all my friends, they're like, oh, I guarantee you I could whip you in XYZ FPS. Use your keyboard and mouse. I use my controller. I go 50-5. Like there is no, and I'm average at it. There is no way, bro. There is absolutely no way. This is why when I play certain games, you guys know, if you watch me on Griffcast, I will always play with keyboard and mouse unless it's a game that is specifically tailored for a controller, like a From Software game. I'm not going to use keyboard and mouse in like Elden Ring because the controls are garbage. But otherwise, if I could use keyboard and mouse, I am going to use keyboard and mouse. This is why every time when I saw crossplay become a thing, and I join a lobby filled with controller users, I'm laughing my ass off. It's like the Special Funking Olympics, and I'm the only non-retard there. It's just like, it's impossible. It's impossible for most of them to keep up. I would have to face off against some of the best console like controller users in order to get taken down in a first-person shooter. And like I said, I'm average. I'm average at best. Now in Counter-Strike, that's totally different. But in Call of Duty and shit, I'm slightly like above okay. So it is what it is, man.
That's what it is, bro. Aim assist is DEI. It fucking is. Like I'm saying, like
aim assist is hilarious, by the way. And keep in mind too, I want you guys to remember when I say that the best controller users are only as good as an above average PC player, that is with aim assist on. If you turn aim assist off, forget about it, bro. Can you imagine a controller user, an average controller player, taking off aim assist and trying to play the game? Bro, they're going to be like a blind man playing Call of Duty. It's going to be retarded.
Like, I mean, am I wrong?
Of Toyotas, Hondas, and Nissan cars all sold combined since 1994. I bet it can't match that, fucking loser. I too can think of numbers to put together. Onyx says nobody's talking about PlayStation here. While PC guys don't care about numbers, they can play all PlayStation games. You are defending companies over here. Raven says Nixus can't make games. Today I learned Nixus doesn't make games.
The fuck?
See, this is the reason why we need to get kids off the internet. He needs to be in school. They need to have him in school, man. Like,
what the fuck?
I have a few of their games.
We got I doubt this is a child. I think
Bummer, they don't make games. At Priara 541744870 says Toxic Steam is not PC gaming.
Toxic Steam.
Okay. One more. Jonathan says Windows 10 dead 2025.
What is this?
They're really not sending their best, are they?
This can't be your best, bro.
10 dead. I guess it's dead, guys. That's too bad.
This guy's like an Indian scam caller. What the fuck is this, bro? You ever seen those pictures of like Indian accounts asking for nudes from a girl? And it's always like broken English. It's like show Bob's now please PLZ show Bob's
year great. Smile Viva Windows 11. Yeah, listen, not to be a little like
Bob and Vagine,
but I really have to piss.
Bob and Vagine.
I really have to go take a piss. So I'm gonna do the Doofus Club shoutouts now. If you want to join the channel and be a big doofus with the rest of us, go 99 cents. Join the Doofus Club.
Where do these people come
from? In every single video. I'm recording this video on December 12th, by the way, so this Doofus Club might be a little bit out of date, but I'm gonna do the list backwards this time to keep you guys on your toes. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. The Groovy Banana, the Scrum Master, Crumpet Con, Curtin, Allen Spat.
Oh my god!
So here's the way I see it, right? Is it is this just it's all the rest of this? Okay, I'll link you guys this video.
Bro, that's insane. He reads all his members at the end of every video. How the fuck you gonna do that? I can't do that. I have almost 2,000 members. My videos will be an hour long each. What the fuck, bro? That's hardcore. That is hardcore.
It's just like him reading out these names. So I think that a lot of console gamers, let's be honest, right? A lot of console gamers are extremely fucking obnoxious about it. and they have like an inferiority complex.
That's what it is.
PC gamers.
That's what it is.
And also, and keep in mind that most console gamers just have a console and they're not part of this at all. They don't care about this at all.
100%.
And a lot of people that own a PC also own a console. Like these are all
that is 100% true. That is 100% true. There are PC players that own consoles. I am one of them. I have a console. Although, like I said, this is my last round. If I'm going to invest in a console in the future, it'll probably strictly be Nintendo. I don't care about PlayStation anymore. Never cared about Xbox, right? Or you have some people who own consoles that don't, they just don't care about this shit. And that's fine too. That's perfectly fine too. But at the end of the day, like this inferiority complex is crazy, right? I think it's a little bit of both. I think some PC gamers, I think the worst of the worst PC gamers have an elitism complex. And the worst of the worst console gamers have an inferiority complex. And then when you combine them, what do you get? You get this conversation right here, which is, PC master race versus console peasantry. And then it's a nonstop fucking battle between the two. So that's basically what's happening here. But that's it for this video. Like, I'm not going to cover too much anymore. It's basically at its end. The person who did this video, his name is Joe from Seattle. So I'm going to take his channel. I'm not going to take Asmongold's, even though, because you guys already know Asmongold's. I'm going to take Joe from Seattle and link his channel in the chat right now so that you guys, if you want to check it out, you're more than welcome to.